like to welcome Genevieve Napier. Jen, welcome on board. We're so happy to have you. So, Josh?
I did a story on a 15-year-old female kickboxer. She's the North American current champion, and she beat a 30-year-old to win the title, and she's quite exceptional, and it's a good story, so take a gander.
Well, I did a story on a bunch of graffiti artists who aren't too happy with the city's attempts to eradicate graffiti, so we did a story on that.
I did my story on a guy named Max. He rides motocross, and he's also the star of French TV shows, and he's been in all these movies, and so we went to hang out with him and ride a couple motorbikes. Well, sir?
Don't ever call me sir.
Sorry. I went around and taste tested French fries all over the city. There's a whole bunch of places popping up, and me and Jen check them out, so we tell you what's good, what's not good. Like that.
Okay, Jared, what about you?
I did a really neat story on a comic artist. He's from Montreal. He just created his first comic. It's called Awakening. He's never been to an art school, and he does everything at home, and he's just totally awesome. I'm sitting in this really neat bedroom. Unfortunately, it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the guy who drew this fine artwork.
I just happened to stumble into my own art style. I never have any education in the arts or whatsoever. My style, well, I wouldn't say style because I don't even know I have one. I just know that people say it's very dark and gothic. Awakening is like a personal journal of mine. It jogs down my dreams and the problems I have towards life itself, but I put it in a world that is more fantastic and is more imaginary, a world I would be comfortable to fit in. I know it's kind of weird, but since it's pretty dark.
The first issue, this one is explaining, the characters, who's the main character in this?
Awakening has no main character. It's about the city itself. The story itself, it's kind of complicated. I've planned to do it in a limited series, but a 3-part limited series to complete the stories. I called it Awakening because it's a story about angels. And this story is about the angels that have been abandoned and forgotten on this planet. And people just started calling them vampires.
The black and white, how come you do your comics in black and white and not in color?
To me, black and white represents me in a way that I feel black and white. Okay. I would feel happy, or I would feel really down and don't want to talk to anybody. The first page goes, he's talking about the subject, and he throws his cigarette out the window, and it lands on the card next to him.
And the other guy gets mad.
Yeah, the other guy gets mad. He says, well, it's kind of a joke thing, but it's kind of violent too.
Alternative, that's the style of comic you write and create and draw. Yeah. What is exactly alternative?
Alternative is all that is not mainstream, like Marvel, DC, or all that is
like
very
Spider-Man,
popular.
Superman.
Yeah, stuff that everybody knows. Yeah. Alternative is more underground, and it has a specific kind of readers.
Could you tell me a bit more about where Awakening's going to be distributed?
Across Canada, across the United States, and across the UK. I mean, all the way to Australia or England, everywhere.
This is number 1, and this is number 2. And right here we have the artist himself, Chenjay, and check out the art. I mean, what kind of books do you like?
My first issue has done very well. We had an order of around 1,000 copies, which is really hard to do when you're starting comic book company, and we didn't buy any publicity or anything.
Like I said to one of my friends, it's not like Superman, I've saved the universe, ha ha ha, like it's more down to earth.
How does your family feel about you doing comics? Are they happy, or do they get tired of it, or how do they?
Like most Asian families, they don't think drawing would give me any future, but I have a more modern way of thinking, I guess.
Is there anything you'd like to say to public or in your audience that are watching.
Be true to yourself, and that's what I'm doing. And if you love this kind of idea, well, I guess I would really love them to read my book.
I like the colors. I think it helps to give a particular city a sense of character and place.
If like a nice monument and stuff, and they just put graffitis on it, I think it's just free ugly thing. I don't like that, but like this, I mean, I like it.
I think it's great. I think it's art for today's younger artists, I guess, and I think it should be allowed.
No one's scared of graffiti. You can't be scared of art. You're not scared when you walk into an art gallery. You walk into an art gallery and you see paintings. Are you going to be scared? I've seen nude paintings. I've seen violent paintings. I've seen lots of things. Paintings that depict rape, that depict violence, and everything. And they're not scary. They're someone's experience. That's someone speaking. That's someone coming out of their inner shell that they can't talk about, and they're expressing it on a wall and in a painting. You have to respect that. You can't be scared of it. It's not threatening. It's not. The painting's not going to jump out and kill you.
Graffiti's been around for 30 years. Now, the city's trying to eradicate it. But the artists say it'll never die, that graffiti's going to live on forever. Is there a solution?
The art of graffiti, the art of vandalism, is the only form of calligraphy that's left in our day and age.
The city of Montreal just recently spent over $200,000 on an anti-graffiti campaign, right? Do you think that's even, like, affecting at all the graffiti scene here in Montreal?
It's encouraging it to become even stronger, and it's getting the writers closer together and keeping them tighter and making them into a tighter community, and they're going to go out and do more of it now. They're going to go out and fight the city.
Whether it's a first world country or third world country, you have graffiti, and it just took longer than other places. If the city wants to fight it, well, they can start a war, but, you know, I'm grow up one day, you know, I won't be writing on walls, but, you know, there will be another generation of kids that scribble, and so on and so forth. It started, you know, it's on.
Vandalism. We're not against graffiti art, we're not against graffiti artists, we're not against youth expression, we're not against anything of that. We're against vandalism.
A lot of times you'll go through the city walls or city tunnels or whatever, and you'll see graffiti or whatever. Personally, when I drive by, I like it. I mean, I like seeing whatever happens to be new up on the wall or whatever.
People still say, we want a clean city. Can you go on? And having a clean city means we have to put millions of dollars every year in taking off graffiti. I woke up the other morning and I had graffiti on my wall. If someone just goes and does a drawing on my wall, what's the next step? You know, so I felt insecure about it.
And you're using the shadows from the trees and highlighting?
Yeah.
I believe the city looks at what's happening on the wall as a form of expression for these kids, as a means of self-expression. And they wish to encourage that, but on a level which is necessarily safe. I understand the city wants to get rid of random tagging, but most of that work is not done by the writers, the graffiti writers in the various communities. So much of that work is done by small kids, drunk college students. Like, you have so many great walls. You have so many walls like this all over the city. It would be so interesting for me to see any sort of color. I'd like to see more of a dialogue between the city, the writers, and other mural painters.
We're using our abilities to create art and beauty, and then they're coming out with, like, a program to oppress us and put us in jail for making art. I don't know. I don't think that's cool.
I start at 5. My uncle's got a garage, and he would have a bike in the showroom, and I saw it, and my parents buy me that bike. When I got the real motocross,
this is like the much bigger bike.
Yeah, I go to Buddy Ford. That this is a place that they teach you how to jump and all the motocross techniques. And after school, I prepare my stock. After school, I go home. I put my bike on. I came here, practice, like two hours. When it's not so hot, I came here like 3 days a week. I like competition because it's very special, the feeling that you get when you have 20 bikes behind you. You don't make some tricks when you race. You just concentrate yourself on the track, on the bike, on the getting to finish line.
He's come a long way. He's getting better like every time, and he's got like a lot of time to develop and get a much better rider. But I expect good things from him. He's a good kid.
You're also involved in acting, so can you talk a bit about that? Because you ride bikes, you're in school, and you act.
I started acting like at 9 years old. My first job was for Aventure Electronique, and after this, I make 4 movies.
Big parts?
Yeah, like Mathusalem, Les Marchands du Silence, Léolo.
Do any women motocross race?
There used to be a women's class in Canada, in Quebec actually. Because of population, there's more in the U.S. obviously, but there's a big national championship in the States. But I don't know if a girl, Canada, made it to pro, but there are some girls that were pretty impressive. They're putting some guys to shame. A lot of them. Go girls.
Well, they're going to try to get me to ride one of these things, but first of all, I need the right clothing and the right equipment. So Max's brother Cal has been nice enough to lend me his shirt, so he's going to wear mine for now. What's the first thing that I need to put on before I go biking?
Okay, first of all, you have to put on this pants. We have special pad here to not hurt, protect your knees.
It looks like space boots, like something you'd walk on the moon in. I feel like a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger or something. I swear, I'm not doing it. I don't want to drive. I'm too scared. I'm not getting on the bike. No, okay, we can stop now. I knew he was going to get off. I swear to God, I'm going to kill you if you get off the bike again. Please don't get off.
Let the brake off. We can't.
That's it up.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So?
Never doing that ever again. Woo.
What do I look for in a French fry? A big, fat, thick potato.
I like them when they're not greasy.
Thick and well cooked.
Not too greasy.
Fresh. Oh, greasy's good. Not good for the heart, but it's good.
Greasy.
How expensive they are, how good they are.
Well, it used to be that if you wanted fries in Montreal, this was the place to come. But times are changing.
There's a whole bunch of new places to get fries at all hours of the morning, and our good deed of the day was going around and stuffing our faces with French fries. So what do we want? Is a small fry enough for 2 people?
Yeah, the small fry looks like this one.
Okay, that's enough.
I think, what about the Saint Laurent one? Lemon and black pepper.
I don't know if I've tried that.
That could be, you know, that could actually be pretty interesting.
Well, we can try anything we want to.
We could try all of them. That's small?
This is Mondo, mayonnaise and curry, home tartar sauce.
Aren't we?
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Curry on French fries.
So?
Tastes like curry.
The garlic's good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you have to kiss somebody afterwards.
Just make sure they eat it too.
There's no napkins.
Peux-tu m'expliquer c'est quoi la patatine aux légumes?
On met du fromage, des frites, des légumes, puis piment, champignons, oignons avec une petite sauce maison faite au vin.
Voila.
Wow. That's pretty good. That's really good. It's like French fries and stir fry or something.
Ben, on essaie d'être le plus personnel qu'on peut pour que le monde se sente bien comme chez eux.
Tell me why you think your fries are different here, or how they're special or unique, or...
Well, it's because of the preparation that we put them. They're cooked twice. They're blanched first, then they cool down, and then we recook them.
Une petite frite, oui. Puis on va prendre plusieurs sauces. Okay. Is it hot? Is it spicy?
But I like spicy stuff. These fries are good, but they're different.
Yeah,
like, look
they're
how
crispy.
Look how light they are.
There's no sogginess
in color,
here.
that is. What's the verdict on atmosphere?
Well, the other one is like really cute, but I don't think that anybody else has made fries that can compare with these.
Don't watch me spill all over myself. And you like the fries?
Yeah, they are very good just now. Except the sauce tartare. They are really good.
These are Le Fleur French fries, the traditional French fry of Montreal. For me, it's a bit too greasy, but you know what? I know people who are still faithful to Le Fleur's.
Okay, for me, this is coronary central. This is death in a basket.
For me, the best fries were tout à l'heure.
For me, too.
Atmosphere-wise, I really liked patates patata. You know, like you think he'll recognize you when you come in.
Yeah, kind of like a little family place.
Mondo Fate gets points because the guy was hot.
Mondo Fate is like one of those places. It was trying too hard. It smacked of effort.
And in terms of Le Fleur's, you know,
God knows I ended up there many a night at 3 o'clock in the morning. Can't beat that.
If you saw a girl like Laura Cordileone walking down the street, you probably wouldn't consider her much of a threat at a first glance. But throw some boxing gloves on her, and she becomes a lethal weapon. What made you decide to fight competitively?
Well, I liked fighting in class, and it was something that I wanted to do. I saw my karate teacher. He fights professionally, and it always something I wanted to try.
When you talk to her, shy girl, doesn't look like intimidating, but when she steps into that ring, it's like she transforms.
Kickboxing is a sport. It's fighting. It's using your legs and your hands like boxing, and it's full contact. You punch the head. Everything has to be above the belt. Your kicks.
Over. Time!
You have to devote yourself really to the sport. You have to really want to fight. You have to have it in your head. A lot of it is even mentally. You have to really know what you want to do. You have to have your head straight, set on a good path, you know.
You're 15 years old and you hold the North American world title. And how does it make you feel?
I'm really proud that I did it, that I won and that I made this title. It was tough. I was really nervous. There was a lot of pressure on it because she was twice my age and she probably had more experience than me.
I thought it was too much putting her in with a 29-year-old, but I knew she did her homework, meaning in training. She did her work. She did her hard hours of training into the gym, into the school. She ate the right foods. Mentally, she was prepared. Physically, she was prepared. I said, let's put her in.
Hey, Laura, you want a glass of orange juice?
Yes, please. They're always there for me. They're always willing, you know, like to bring me to my matches. That's something, you know. The support is always there, of course. My family, everybody, you know, they're 100% behind it.
First, I was skeptical about all of this and all this fighting, but now I'm more worried about the other people when I saw you in action.
She can kick like a person training, a 160-pound man. She hits that hard.
How does being a kickboxing champ affect your personal life at all?
It doesn't affect it. People are surprised because I'm a girl and they don't think girls are really into this kind of sports. But they're happy. They're happy for me. I mean, that I'm doing it, you know, to show that girls can do it.
So I heard you have a very unusual nickname. What is it? How'd you get it?
Lightning, I got it to my cross. My instructor gave it to me.
Laura Lightning, so it sounds good, and she's as quick as lightning.
So Laura, I hear you do a trick with people and cigarettes in their mouths, and I've been trying to stop smoking, and maybe this is going to give me incentive to stop, so go for it.
Okay.
Right on. Is kickboxing something you look at as a hobby or something you want to do with the rest of your life?
Well, right now I'm not sure, you know, I just want to continue. I want to do my fights, see what happens, and then I'm not sure if I want to go professional yet.
And how about next year, Italy?
Laura's going to get a shot at the world title, the women's world title. She's ranked number 8 in her division worldwide, and next year's her shot. She's got a few tune-up fights beforehand, and just gets her ready for the World Championships next year in Italy.
You think she stands a chance?
Big chance. I know for a fact I know she'll win the world title next year. It's guaranteed.
That's it for the show. We'll see you again next week.
If you got something you'd like to see on BuzZone, just call us, write us, fax us, or even email us.